Hi, I am Dilip from Anamika's Academy, and today we will study present perfect tense and we will see what kind of actions are included in this tense. पहले हम एक एग्जाम्पल ले लेते हैं that will help us to understand what kind of actions we incorporate here. Let's take an example. मैंने ग्रेजुएशन कर लिया है. When someone says this, उसका मतलब ये है कि ग्रेजुएशन पूरा हो चुका है. हो सकता है 1 साल पहले 2 साल पहले पूरा हुआ हो, लेकिन उस ग्रेजुएशन का इम्पैक्ट, उसका असर अभी तक मौजूद है. So here we have seen action was completed in the past, but its effect still continues. So that is why this particular action is always spoken in present perfect tense. Similarly, take another example. तुमने मुझे धोखा दिया है. इसका मतलब ये हुआ कि मुझे तुमसे धोखा मिला है. ये धोखा कभी भी हो सकता है, 2 दिन पहले, 4 दिन पहले, 2 महीना पहले, लेकिन वो धोखा मुझे आज तक याद है. I still remember that betrayal or that cheating from you. So again, that will also be included in present perfect tense. Let's take one more example. हम लोग मैच जीत चुके हैं. Now again here the action is completed, but the impact is still alive. मैच जीतने के बाद जो खुशी है, जो हर्ष है, वो अभी तक हमारे मन के अंदर है, अभी तक हमें याद है. So any action which is completed in the past but its effect still continues will always be included in present perfect tense. Apart from this, there are certain other sentences or actions which are also spoken in this tense. उसमें एक है just. Just का मतलब होता है अभी अभी. तुमने अभी अभी मुझे एक मैसेज भेजा है. So here the action is completed in a short while ago. So this sentence or this action will also be spoken with the help of present perfect tense. Similarly, मैंने अभी अभी उसे देखा है. Again, here also the action was over a short while ago, some time back. So this will also be spoken with the help of present perfect. In the same series, we also have another category जहां पे हम already, जिसका मतलब होता है पहले ही, is also used. Let's take an example. हम लोगों ने पहले ही यह काम पूरा कर लिया है. Now this work is already done and we always use already with that. So here this sentence will also come under present perfect. So in short, any action which has an impact at present or any action which was over a short while ago or which is already done will be a part of this present perfect tense. अब इसको पहचानने के हमारे पास कुछ तरीके हैं. For instance, अगर किसी सेंटेंस में चुका है, चुकी है, चुके हैं, चुका हूं, चुकी हूं, चुके हैं, या है, ये है, ये आता है, तो वो सेंटेंस प्रेजेंट परफेक्ट टेंस का ही होगा. So that is how you can identify the action of this tense. Now let's see how the structure of this tense is framed, and that will give us an idea how to make sentences. तो शुरुआत as usual सब्जेक्ट से होगी, एंड यहां पे जो हेल्पिंग वर्ब है वो हैज या हैव होगा, And the most important part of this structure is verbs third form will always be used. Present perfect tense, only verbs third form is required, and then we will have object. So this will help us to frame positive sentences belonging to present perfect tense. Let's understand how this verb's third form works. As you know, we have two categories of verbs. One is regular verb and second is irregular verb. As far as regular verb is concerned, it is very easy to find the third form. जैसे कि हमारे पास play है, इसका second form played हो जाएगा और third form भी played ही रहेगा. So what we have done, we have added ed to the main verb, and with the help of that we have tried to find second and third form. So here the work is very easy. You can easily guess what will be the third form of the verb. But there are certain verbs which do not follow this pattern. जैसे कि sleep. Now sleep in second form becomes slept. In third form also remains the same. So here it has not followed that ed pattern. Similarly, keep, kept, kept. Let's take speak. Second form is spoke and third form is spoken. तो यहाँ पे अलग अलग फॉर्म्स में अलग अलग शब्द का इस्तेमाल होता है. Similarly, drive, drove, driven, give, gave, given. So here you need to remember the third form of irregular verb because they do not follow the normal ed pattern. Okay, now let's try to find out how to use has and have, which subjects will have has and which subjects will have. So here we have a table, singular, plural. I के साथ कभी भी have ही आएगा, you के साथ भी have ही आएगा, लेकिन he, she, it, this, that और अगर कोई नाम हो तो उसके साथ has आएगा. कहने का मतलब थर्ड पर्सन अगर होगा तो has का इस्तेमाल किया जाएगा. Now let's take plural. We, always have will come. You all, again have is required. इसी तरह से they, these, those, these, name will always have for their structure. So this will help us frame proper sentence in positive of present perfect tense. Now let's try to make the sentence. मैंने ग्रेजुएशन कर लिया है. So this sentence will be spoken like I have completed graduation. So as we had seen, I के बाद always have will be used, and then completed is the third form of the verb complete and then the object. Similarly, take another example. तुमने मुझे धोखा दिया है. So तुमने, so it will start with you, have again, always after you have comes, धोखा, cheated, me. You have cheated me. Again, this cheated is the third form of cheat, which is a regular verb. So, तुमने मुझे धोखा दिया है. You have cheated me. Now let's take some examples which have just. मतलब अभी अभी. तुमने अभी अभी मुझे एक मैसेज भेजा है. तुमने शुरुआत में है तो again it will start with you. You have just sent me a message. So the sentence starts with you, which demands have as the helping verb, just is like abhi, abhi, and sent. Now this needs to be noticed. Sent is the irregular verb. Sent is the third form of the irregular verb send, and then it is followed by the object. So you have just sent me a message. मैंने अभी अभी उसे देखा है. Similarly, we can try to frame this sentence. I have just seen her. Started with I, then have, just is equivalent to abhi abhi, and then third form of verb see, which is seen, and then the object. Now let's suppose if this I is replaced by she. अगर मुझे ये कहना है उसने मुझे अभी अभी देखा है, so I will frame the sentence like this: she, and after that has will come, and the rest will remain the same. Now let's make a sentence using already. जिसका मतलब होता है पहले ही. हम लोगों ने पहले ही यह काम पूरा कर लिया है. इसका मतलब ये हुआ कि ये काम किसी के एक्सपेक्टेशन से पहले ही, उम्मीद से पहले ही पूरा हो चुका है. So let's try to frame this sentence. It will start with we, क्योंकि शुरू में हम लोगों हैं. We have already completed this work. We have already completed this work. So normally already या just verb के पहले आता है. इसको और किसी जगह पे लगाएंगे तो ये सेंटेंस गलत हो सकता है. So always use just and already before the verb so that this makes a proper sense. So this is how the positive of present perfect tense is always framed in terms of sentences. And now we will see how to frame negative sentence, because in our daily life we do talk about certain negative things. So we will see how to make a negative sentence. तो उसके लिए स्ट्रक्चर में सिर्फ एक तब्दीली होगी. हैज के बाद नॉट आ जाएगा, और दोनों को कंबाइन करके आप हैजंट भी कह सकते हैं. सिमिलरली हैव will also have not, and in combined form you can say haven't. बाकी सारा स्ट्रक्चर सेम रहेगा. वर्ब का थर्ड फॉर्म इधर भी आएगा. So now we will try to convert a positive into negative and see how the sentence is framed. So we have positive, I have completed graduation. अगर इसको नेगेटिव में बोलना है कि मैंने ग्रेजुएशन नहीं किया है, तो इट विल कम लाइक दिस: आई हैव नॉट. इसको आप हैवेंट भी लिख सकते हैं. कंप्लीटेड ग्रेजुएशन. तो एक नॉट लगाने से ये सेंटेंस नेगेटिव बन गया. वी चेंज्ड इट फ्रॉम पॉजिटिव टू नेगेटिव. यू कैन से I have not completed graduation or I haven't completed graduation. Both mean the same. Similarly, let's take this sentence. She has just seen her. अगर इसको हमें नेगेटिव में कन्वर्ट करना है तो हो जाएगा she has not, which can also be written or spoken like hasn't seen her. She hasn't seen her. तो केवल सिर्फ एक एडिशनल शब्द not आया और ये पूरा सेंटेंस नेगेटिव बन गया. So making a negative sentence, if you are aware of positive, is not at all difficult. You just have to add not after the helping verb has and have, and that sentence will become negative. So now we will see how to frame questions in present perfect tense. As you know that in this tense we use have and has as a helping verb. Let's just have a look of when to use have and when to use has. So if the subject is I, we, you all, they, these, those, and more than one name, we always use have as the helping verb. If the subject is he, she, it, this, that, or any specific name, we always use has. So if any question is to be made whose answer lies in yes or no, then we will have this structure. Question will start with either has or have, depending on the subject, and then the subject will come. And as you know, in present perfect tense, we always use the third form of the verb. And finally, we will have object and other words. So with the help of this structure, we can frame any question which can be replied in either positive or negative. Now let's see certain examples. क्या तुमने नाश्ता कर लिया है? So here बीच में तुम आया यानी कि तुमने आया. इसका मतलब है as per that structure this question will begin with have और उसके बाद you, और ये had is working as a verb. So the third form of have is had and then the objective. So have you had your breakfast? Now take the second example. क्या उसने यह किताब पढ़ी है? उसने पढ़ी है, which means the subject is a lady. And for she, we always use has. So has she read this book? As you know that read becomes read in its third form, though the spelling remains the same, but pronunciation definitely changes. So it will be said, has she read this book? Now these questions will have two possible answers. First is positive. Yes. Have you had breakfast? So this can be said, yes, I have. Similarly, if the answer is in negative, then no, I haven't. So, two answers can be given using this format. If you want, you can say the complete sentence, but if you do not want to say it, it's fine. Even if you say this much, it is sufficient for the listener to understand your reply. Similarly, has she read this book? It can be answered in positive and negative. Positive will be yes, she has. Negative will be no, she hasn't. So now let's see some other categories of sentences which will have ever, जिसका मतलब होता है कभी. पहला एग्जाम्पल, क्या उसने कभी तुमसे बात की है? So here this additional word ever will come and the question will be framed like, has she ever spoken to you? Has she ever spoken to you? So we only have this additional ever, जिसका मतलब होता है कभी. क्या उसने कभी तुमसे बात की है? Now let's suppose I have not spoken to the person at any point of time in the past. I will say I have never spoken to her, or she has never spoken to me. So that is how the answer will be given. Now another very important category, क्या तुम कभी दिल्ली गए हो? Now because of this कभी, the actual meaning is that मैं दिल्ली जाके आया हूं, which means मैं दिल्ली गया, but now I have come back to my original place. तो यहां पे थोड़ा सा स्ट्रक्चर में चेंजेस आएंगे. We will see how this can be done. So if we try to convert this into English, it will start with have, because you is the subject, and then you, and then ever, and this additional word been will come, which will indicate that I went to Delhi and then I came back. So have you ever been to Delhi? Have you ever been to Delhi? क्या तुम कभी दिल्ली गए हो? So this can also be said with the help of visited, because visit we always pay in such a way that we go and then we come back to our original place. So this sentence can also be said, have you ever visited Delhi? We will not use to, because after visit we do not have any to. Now let's suppose there is a person who has permanently shifted from one place to Delhi and that person is still there. तो अगर उसके बारे में कोई सवाल करना है तो we have to say like this. Has she gone to Delhi? तो अगर हम ये कहते हैं has she gone to Delhi, which means she went to Delhi and she is still in Delhi. वो अभी भी दिल्ली में है. So we use the normal structure. Whenever we have to talk about I or you for any visit, we will always use either been or visited. So we have to be very careful about any visits, because in our life we visit many places. So if there is a question about the names of these places, we always frame the question like this. So after positive questions, let's see how this positive can be converted into negative. So as you know, the question starts with either has or have. So if we want to make this negative, you just need to add not to has or have, and you can combine them and it becomes hasn't or haven't. Has plus not can be spoken like hasn't, have and not can be spoken like haven't. So if this question is to be converted into negative, we will say, haven't you had your breakfast? Similarly, hasn't she read this book? So only the initial part of these sentences will change and the remaining will remain the same. Now we will see how to frame questions which require information. We also call them fact-finding or WH questions. So as far as WH questions is concerned, we just need to add WH, which can be why, what, how, which, here in the beginning, just before has and have, and we have the structure of WH questions. Now let's see how to make these questions, and this will help us to frame those questions which need to be answered with certain facts and information. We have first example, तुमने उसकी मदद क्यों किया है? Now this क्यों is something which is seeking information. So this question will start with why, तुमने, so have will come, then the subject you, and then the third form of verb, and then we will have the object, and why have you helped him? तुमने उसकी मदद क्यों किया है? So this question wants certain information from the listener. So that is why we have used why. अभी हम दूसरा एग्जाम्पल लेंगे, वे लोग कहाँ गए हैं? So वे लोग, more than one people, again the same have will come, and here we have kaha, which means where. So this question can be made like this: where have they gone? Where have they gone? वे लोग कहाँ गए हैं? So again we need to know the place where they are currently. So that is why we have used where. So as you have seen, with the help of this why and where, we have changed this yes no question into a fact finding questions. Let's take another example where instead of they we have she. अगर हमें ये पूछना है वो कहाँ गई है, then the initial part will remain the same, that is where, but have will change to has because the subject has changed from they to she, and the object or the verb will remain the same. So where has she gone? So instead of they, if she comes, automatically have is changed to has. So this is how we can frame WH questions. Now in this, if you want to ask any negative question, it's very similar to what we had seen earlier. After have or has, you need to add not, combine them, and they become haven't or hasn't. Let's take an example. तुमने homework क्यों नहीं किया है? So again, this question will start with why, and instead of have, we will have haven't, and then the subject, you, verb, third form, done, and then object, homework. So why haven't you done homework? So by putting this additional not or nt, we have made this WH question a negative question. So as we have seen how to ask any question, how to frame interrogative sentences in present perfect tense. Now since we use the third form of verb in this tense, we have to be very careful about the irregular verbs, because these are those verbs which can change completely in the third form. Let's take an example. See, जिसका मतलब होता है देखना. See becomes saw in past tense, and in the third form it becomes seen, which is totally different from see. So you need to remember the third form of this irregular verb. Similarly, give changes to given, take becomes taken, eat becomes eaten. So always remember this third form of these irregular verbs so that the correct sentence, whether it is positive or negative or any interrogative, can be made. So with the help of that, I'm sure we can make a correct sentence using present perfect